So another question, should 1099 physicians consider putting their spouse or even children on payroll?
I get this question a lot. I almost always say, don't put your spouse on payroll. People think that there's some sort of tax benefit or deduction that comes with doing that, and there isn't. In fact, there's additional tax you have to pay if you do that. So the reason people consider doing that is to be able to make an employer contribution into a 401k for their spouse. It's about $20,000 or so, and it generates probably $6,000 to $8,000 in tax savings, possibly. But if you put your spouse on payroll, they now have to pay Medicare and Social Security tax that
Right.
they otherwise would not have had to pay. That basically wipes out the tax savings from using a 401k for them. And if you're someone who has access to a high limit defined benefit plan, well, you don't really need to do that for your spouse because you already have this huge tax deferred account to use. So it's just an added complexity. You got to pay for payroll. There's added expenses to it, added taxes. It usually is not a good idea for children. So there is a deduction up to $13,000 for this tax year can be essentially deducted um, by paying your child to do work for your business. I would tell people, um, you know, if there's real legitimate work that your child is doing for you, then by all means, like you can give them a salary or a rate and pay them. They still have to pay Medicare and Social Security tax on that $13,000, but at least you don't pay income taxes on it. So that is something you can do.
Right. I think the added benefit for children actually is the ability to open a Roth IRA for them
Yeah,
and to contribute, if you even if they start, I don't know what you could get a 5-year-old to do with your business, but if you could get someone,
right.
if you get someone young when they're, 5 to 10 to help you with the business, still that would be about, maybe 10 to 8 to 10 years of at least a $6,000 Roth, and growing
Right.
over their lifetime, that's quite a bit of money if it never
Right.
gets tapped into until retirement. Right.
Absolutely.
So I think
Yeah, I've
that's
had clients that would pay their very young little toddler children for modeling. Like they
right,
would make
right.
they're in a
That's
line of
what
work where they can use their picture on
on
business
their
flyers,
websites, right?
and they would get if they did that through a modeling agency, they get paid for that work. So sure.
Yeah.